All right. I want to thank everybody for joining us for our Raw review for August 28th, 2023. Please hit the like button, share the screen, hit the bell notification, comment, let us know what you think about the show, those watching on the replay, those live. We appreciate it. I'm your host, Mike.
I'm Frank. Oh boy, let's get into this. This is the go home episode for Payback.
Yeah,
This
go home is right.
the same 10 wrestlers. I just commented to you. The notes I had from over a month ago's Raw had the same match that was our main event tonight.
Yeah, well, at least we didn't have the same tag matches like with Seth and Cody.
No, but we had Gable and Kaiser again.
Did I miss Cody tonight? Did I go
he
to
was
the
never there?
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, I was like, did I miss Cody tonight? Maybe I want to get something to eat.
No, even with my streaming difficulties through that tonight, he wasn't there. But he kind of would have added to it.
I guess he used his work date to go to SmackDown. I guess that was like, oh well, you work SmackDown.
Yeah, now we'll see him in Pittsburgh on Saturday as the guest of the Grayson Waller show.
Yeah, that's great.
Like we need that.
It's great. Anyway, all right, let's get this party started.
All right, Memphis, Tennessee, Cole and Barrett doing the commentary. We got 3 tribute videos tonight as they paid respect once again to Bray Wyatt, Terry Funk, and Bob Barker. That I didn't expect.
The price is wrong, Bob. What was that movie? Was that Adam Sandler?
That's not quite the line, but we're live. We have to be nice.
No, that's what he says. Remember, in the Adam Sandler movie, he says the price is wrong.
Price is
Bob.
wrong.
And then he gets his ass whipped.
Price is wrong, bitch.
Oh, that's what he says. Oh, okay. All right. I haven't seen that movie in years.
Love that movie. Love that scene.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, they paid tribute to him. They showed him when he was the guest. What was the guest GM back in 2009?
Yeah.
With DX and Jericho, and it was good stuff. He did a good job that night. I actually enjoyed it. We kicked off the night with Sami Zayn, one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, versus Damian Priest.
Unified.
Yeah, until they ever get a design for the SmackDown to get their tag belts. I have no idea what they're waiting for. Maybe they're waiting for the sale to go through. I have no idea.
Who the hell knows?
We didn't get this match at SummerSlam. Owens and Zayn versus Finn and Balor. It was actually supposed to be, I believe, Priest and Mysterio, I believe, was supposed to get the tag title match. But now at Payback, Owens and Zayn will face Damian Priest and Finn Balor. And it's now going to be a Steel City street fight.
Yeah.
And
I wonder who does that favor?
Oh, anybody that's already seen the advertisement for the Indian Spectacular.
Oh, damn, you're spoiling everything. I'm joking.
Who does it?
Everybody reads everything anyway now.
Owens and Zayn are defending the titles in India against Indus. So I was kind of agitated at the fact that you made a tag title match for the pay-per-view. Okay, fine. But now I know who's going to win, because what if there was a shot that Priest and Balor won the tag belts to keep the group together?
I would have liked to have seen them win
exactly.
Just for at least one pay-per-view, and then have them fall out after that, like a temporary patch up, like, oh yeah, we're the champions now.
And then the minute they lose them in a return bout or something, and then it all falls apart. But this match is actually this was one of the good ones on the card tonight. Sami Zayn did a pretty good job. He's really gaining the popularity of the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Once he becomes a singles wrestler again, man, he's going to be on fire.
Mm-hmm.
He not only reversed South of Heaven, but he also reversed the Razor's Edge. But of course, once again, JD McDonough, the little leprechaun, is running around causing havoc. He costs Zayn the match, and Damian Priest wins. When McDonough goes to talk to him about it, the little leprechaun got pushed, and so
you let him know. Don't get yourself involved in.
Yeah, well, here's the spoiler. He's going to be the new member of Judgment Day. Priest will probably be out as of Saturday.
That's what it's looking like. But before that, McDonough got his ass whipped. Damian Priest just left him for dead, basically, and then
Owens out of nowhere came, and you got the stunner and the haluva kick,
and that was it. And see ya.
And bye JD. Yeah. But Damian Priest got the victory on that one. So in the back, and if this is all they've got for McIntyre, I wouldn't blame him once his contract's up to leave, because they've got him in this ridiculous thing with Matt Riddle.
I think he
He,
turns heel though. I think he's. I think he's gonna.
I knew they did want to do that, and I also read that because of how unstable Matt Riddle is, they don't want to give him any big
No, yeah.
push.
Well, I think Riddle's on his way out though. I think that he's like.
The man's unstable, and he's nobody to blame for himself.
I don't know enough about him to say
From what I've
what he is
read,
or isn't, but I just.
once he came out of rehab, I mean, he didn't get any better.
Well, I don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to speak.
I don't. But I mean, this gimmick is ridiculous. McIntyre is looking at a photo of him with "Bro" written across his tights. Kira Tozawa happened to be there tonight. Whatever. He's looking at him. He goes, "Oh, you look good," and then runs away. That's the last you'll see of him for probably 6 years. And then all of a sudden, Riddle's trying to make this a tag team. McRiddle has run around. This is worse than when they tried to do RK Bro, but at least that
RK Bro was funny though. It worked. That worked. It was funny.
And I'm still waiting for Orton to show up and RKO the crap out of Riddle.
He's really milking this.
Yeah, seriously.
Injury.
But
maybe he's got a Lloyd's of London.
Oh boy, here we go. There's another one.
They banned. I don't want to get sidetracked. They
it's live. We can get sidetracked all you want.
You know that wrestlers are not allowed to get Lloyd's of London. They won't insure them anymore.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Well, as many times as we've talked about it on bios, shoot. But they want, they agreed that they would sit ringside for the New Day Viking Raiders match. And then following that, they showed a video package for the Ripley Rodriguez match at Payback. Put it like this for that match. If it's anything like their last encounter in NXT, we're in for an impressive match. Because the last time they fought in the last woman standing match, they tore the house down at NXT. So I am really looking forward to the two of them locking up on Saturday. Now, this one really hurt because I hear LA Knight and I get all excited like, cool, the Knight's getting, no pun intended, getting better. No. It's Miz dressed up as him. Like, how many times have we seen this now?
Yeah, I know. It was funny though.
He actually funny. Sounded like him too.
He did. He sounded a lot like him. It was actually really funny.
Yeah, and he messed up on the microphone saying, "Give me a hell yeah." I mean, give me a yeah. And he's just doing the whole LA moniker.
But he did that on purpose though. The mess up was on purpose because he's basically saying like, "You think you're Stone Cold?" Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Oh god.
No, Miz is great on the mic. I'm looking forward to this match.
It is going to be good. Unfortunately, I know Miz is not going to win this match because LA Knight's popularity is skyrocketing. A loss would hurt him. I was hoping LA Knight would show up tonight, but he'll probably get on the mic on SmackDown or whatnot. So we'll have to wait until then. So, and then following that, they showed last week what Shinsuke whispered to Seth last week. They showed it on the video.
I know about your back.
That's newsflash to the rest of us because I didn't even know he had an injury. I know they're selling this. Yeah. It's all bull.
I'm like, what is it, Shawn Michaels? Yeah, Shawn Michaels with a back injury?
This storyline's all bull. I mean, Seth had a quad and knee problem.
No, but I mean,
nothing.
No, it doesn't matter if it's real or not. I'm just saying it's kind of stupid to me. I don't know.
Well, he's telling his wife, later on in the night,
it's part of the story.
His video, your wife will have to help you out of the bed.
No, I mean that's not bad. That's actually.
I like the feud between these two because we've never really seen these two get in the ring since Shinsuke's been here. Unfortunately, we already know where this is going to go. Seth Rollins is going to win.
Yeah, but they're doing a good job with the promos because they got to work around Shinsuke because English is not his first language. They're doing a really good job having him on the screen with the subtitles, the way they were cutting it, the way he was training.
It makes it better that they're doing it. No,
you have to do stuff like that, but it works, and you get the impression that Shinsuke is not there, and then he comes out and he told Rollins, "Watch your back," and he came from behind with his ass. So
he's been doing that for the last month.
Yeah, but now we know Seth is going to go over. So.
Oh yeah, unfortunately, I would like to see Shinsuke get the belt though.
He deserves it. They should give it to him.
Absolutely, he's been there. We're going now between NXT and WWE 7 years, and I mean NXT champion. He wins the Rumble, and then Vince is not going to work. AJ beats him at WrestleMania. That's it. We'll just turn him bad, and then we'll stick him with the Old Spice guy, Rick Boogs, for a while. And hopes that he'll leave. Next match on the card was New Day versus the Viking Raiders. like we haven't seen this a bunch of times on SmackDown when they were both on there. The Viking Raiders got one hell of a losing streak going on Monday Night Raw lately. That would change tonight. As Riddle and McIntyre are sitting by the announce table, so you know there's going to be some type of involvement in it. And of course, they showed last week Eric cost McIntyre and Riddle their match against the New Day. I love how they're all giving out number one contenderships here, but there ain't no belts to be going after. So I'm telling you, man, they got to fix this fast.
Yeah, they got to split the belts already.
So the one good part in the match, Valhalla gets on the apron, distracting Xavier Woods, and so that Kofi couldn't make the tag, and Xavier got knocked out. Of course, the Viking Raiders had a couple of choice words for McIntyre and Riddle at ringside. It's funny, Ivar throwing or just ramming Kingston into McIntyre and Riddle. And that kind of set McIntyre off as he went through a chair, missed the Viking Raider, hits Xavier instead, and they do Ragnarok on Kofi, and the Viking Raiders finally get a victory.
Good for them. Good for them.
But good thing is New Day's holding no grudge when they were in the training room to McIntyre and Riddle. If I'm McIntyre, I'm like, dude, I want to Rumble and I went to WrestleMania. I don't care if you have a grief or not. He just doesn't belong in this scenario. He really doesn't.
He really doesn't.
But they didn't have anything creative for him when he came back from his injury. So we're going to have one match at SummerSlam against Gunther. They're going to tear the house down, and that's going to be it.
And then, yeah.
And then they're going to wonder why he doesn't re-sign his contract come next year.
AEW. All right.
More than likely. So, and then, of course, also in the bag, Judgment Day once again for the 1,000th week in a row, arguing about JD and all this stuff. But Rhea made it clear that week after week, it's the same old garbage. Mm-hmm. She told Balor and Priest, and I quote, changes would be made if the tag titles were not won. That change will be Priest leaving and McDonough in. Because if it's true what I read a couple of weeks ago, they wanted Priest to be one of the top baby faces now on Monday Night Raw. I don't know why, because he's a kick-ass heel.
He's a good heel.
He is, and I don't understand why changing it. But
Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Now here's something to think about. If he turns face, he's got the Money in the Bank. Shinsuke then now has a shot to beat Rollins because obviously Priest, if he's a babyface, is not going to cash in on another babyface. He would cash in on a heel, which means Nakamura then could be the champion.
I can see that. That's actually not a bad idea. You put Seth on the sidelines just for a little while with an injury, right?
Yeah, like the back thing that they're selling. Yeah. And let Priest and Nakamura main event Fastlane in a rematch or something.
Yeah, I like to see that. And then Seth
if they did it right away.
Yeah.
But we'll have to wait till Saturday to see if anything like that transpires.
We'll see.
Next on the thing, I really enjoyed this. I got choked up again. It was a video tribute to Bray Wyatt. Something similar to what they showed Friday night on SmackDown. I did like when Rollins came out later in the night. I don't know if you caught it, but one of the plates on the side of his belt had the Fiend logo on there.
Yeah.
So I like that they did that. The next match on the card, once again, was Chad Gable versus Ludwig Kaiser. But before the match, Gunther, ascending to the top of the announce table, was really, really, to me, agitated because he was undefeated until recently when Chad Gable beat him by countout. And so he has, and I wish they would have did this match on Saturday, but, I guess they can't because now they're going to have to get a few SmackDown matches into this card because, believe it or not, there's only one, and the rest of the card is Monday Night Raw. So I can see maybe that's why they didn't put this match on Saturday. But next Monday, it'll be a rematch between Gunther and Gable. And the other reason why is because if he wins next Monday night, I believe the record is his. So we already know that's happening.
Right.
So, and he said how his right-hand man, Ludwig, was going to win tonight, blah, blah, blah. Alpha Academy comes out. It's the same stuff every week between them.
Every week, yeah, sure.
Between Alpha Academy and Imperium. Every week.
Gable's like acting like he accomplished some great feat.
Well, in actuality, he did.
Oh,
Even though he did not pin the man,
come on, man. It's as bad as Luger beating Yokozuna by count out. Come on, man.
but it goes down in the record books as a victory. Even though he didn't win the title,
Yeah, but it doesn't mean anything.
it means you beat him. But you
Yeah,
just didn't win the belt.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah, it's a
I
technicality.
I think that's actually worse than a great loss. I think
It's like you
like
won the battle, but you didn't win the war.
it's meaningless.
Well,
But yeah, like you were saying,
Gable is high on his horse about this.
shush.
And I don't know about you, but he started looking like a munchkin Kurt Angle in the ring tonight. Like I was seeing shades of Kurt Angle in some of the moves he was doing.
They got to do something with his character, though, man. He's got talent.
Yes, and unfortunately, can you see him in the main event at WrestleMania? It's hard
with
to
that
see.
character. Not with that character.
No, he would have to probably be a heel and more aggressive.
He'd have to just completely change.
But he is like one of the only few that I see that can go toe to toe with the biggest guys in the ring and still possibly come out on top. So, I mean, I would like to see them push him. You know, get away from the Alpha Academy thing, go on a singles run, get a mid card title, see how that runs, and then go from there. But I mean, he's got the potential to do it. So we'll just have to wait and see. But Gable, had to take out, because Vinci's down at ringside, Gunther left, moonsault on both members of Imperium. Everything was going well until Vinci decides he's going to jump in the ring. So Gable gets the victory by disqualification over Kaiser, but their end game was to hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Gunther and Imperium did. And Gunther, what was it, a power bomb that he gave him. And he established his dominance, that he is the force to be reckoned with, which we already knew. So this match is going to be interesting to see how it transpires next week. Also, I'm hoping that the Raw after Payback, we see more than the same 10 wrestlers we've been seeing. So following this, they did a video package for Bob Barker from his 2009 stint as the Raw general manager, which was pretty good. Then we get Seth Rollins and his Elton John-like attire to the ring.
This one wasn't that bad compared to the other costumes.
I'm telling you, man. I've seen some weird stuff that he's worn, but then Bob the Builder boots was
that was
wow,
twice.
Yeah, and of course, don't forget it in Superstar Spectacle in the main event. He's teaming with John Cena to face Imperium for whatever reason. So I don't know. I have no idea about that. But Rollins came out and he's calling out Nakamura, and
we kind of covered this already. I mean,
I know.
He got his ass whipped, but then he got his ass whipped.
But before that, the nice little insult of, you don't want to come out because they won't sing your song.
Yeah.
And then he's
they
like,
don't sing a song anymore. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. He goes, I'm going to go down to Beale Street and I'm going to listen to everybody sing my song all night long. And then he gets his ass whipped. Well, that and what's the old thing? If you get your the one that wins the battle before the pay per view usually is the one that loses. Well, I'm hoping that's.
Well, let's see if we break that.
I'm hoping. So, and then in the back, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are talking. They've pretty much had enough of Judgment Day. So have I. At Payback, it'll be the Steel City Street Fight. I'm looking forward to that to see how all that goes down. Now, here's a match I was shocked, and I really didn't think we were going to get this because of what happened. It was Tommaso Ciampa versus Bronson Reed. And when Ciampa was coming down... okay. Big Bronson Reed. Happy? We put Vince's little moniker on the guy, okay? Yeah. Vince took a whole 3 seconds to come up with that, I bet, while sitting on his sofa at home. And I believe it or not, Bronson Reed does not need the moniker Big put on his thing. So, but anyway, Reed attacked Ciampa prior to the match, so it makes you think, oh, okay, this isn't going to happen, but it does. And Ciampa actually looked pretty good in this match, especially when he got Reed up in what looked like a version of White Noise. 201 pounds, he is very, very strong. And they keep mentioning this do-it-yourself, DIY. So it's only a matter of time. Wherever Gargano is, eventually this tag team is going to reform. Another tag team that won't go after title belts because there are none. Now, the match itself was okay. The crowd really wasn't into it, but what made it bad was when that crucifix pin at the end. Man, he screwed the pooch on that one, boy.
Yeah,
And the
sucked.
referee's still counting while
Suck on
he's
him.
up in the air trying to get on back down for the pin,
Mhm.
and the referee's still counting. I'm like,
It's like,
wow.
guys, let's just get this over with.
Yeah, that was bad. But Ciampa does get the victory over
Number
Rhea.
one, yeah.
So
Good
good
for
for
him.
him. Keep the streak going, man. One down, 174 to go. Let him go after Goldberg's record, whatever. I don't care. In the back, Jackie Redmond was interviewing Becky Lynch about Saturday and her once again
Yeah.
match with Zoe
Again,
Stark. Now this next
well, she's
segment,
fighting Trish. She's fighting Trish, right? And the
steel cage
steel
on
cage.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Now I'm hoping for one or two things after Saturday. Either number one, Trish walks into the sunset and we're done, or two, pick somebody else to fight because this has been going on for way too long. And I'll get to it later, but a rift between Zoe and Trish has pretty much started here. So
the man.
Yeah. Anyway, Rhea Ripley came out with Dirty Dom. Of course, this is and I like that they showed Tiffany Stratton, the NXT Women's Champion, was sitting in the ringside.
She was there, yeah.
She said, and I quote, "There's no talent in NXT, so I came up to the big roster to see." Yes, definitely, I agree with you. I agree. She is. She is, man. Come on.
Yeah, she's. I don't know, man.
How many times did she botch stuff tonight?
Yeah, it's not working. It's not working. We'll get into.
If anything, drop her back down to NXT. She came up too fast.
Yeah.
Rhea was talking garbage about Raquel Rodriguez, and sure enough, here comes Rodriguez down to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And they went at it. Rodriguez got distracted by Dom, which Rhea then tried to go for the riptide on her. Unsuccessful, even though I know she can do it. But this is a great build to a good match between them. And like I said, they've had several matches against each other, including a War Games match.
Yeah. Well, she's not scared of her because she's taller than her. She's got some size on her too. So she was basically calling her a bully. She was calling Rhea like a bully, like you're bigger than everybody. That's why you're getting away with all of this stuff.
Yep.
So
now picking on somebody your own size.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I would love Rodriguez to win the title, but we know that's not going to happen because Rhea's going to be on a long streak with this belt. Not yet. Yeah. She'll get it eventually. Mm-hmm. So, and then of course in the back was Trish and soon to be demoted, hopefully Zoe Stark. About talking about Saturday and tonight. And then following that, of course, they did a video package for one of the all-time greats, the Godfather of Hardcore, Terry Funk. Same package they did on Friday, but still, I love to see it. It was a shame that it was just too much last week with the two of them, and it was just sad to see them both go. So our main event for the evening is a Falls Count Anywhere match between Becky Lynch and Zoe Stark.
Oh God.
Did you like when Trish screwed up and hit Zoe with a chair, throwing it in the ring?
Yeah. But wasn't oh God, didn't Zoe get banned from ringside? Like when was that? Was last week, right? It was a week before. I'm losing.
Yeah, Becky fought Trish after SummerSlam,
and then they spilled into the back, right?
Yeah, and that's where the Falls Count Anywhere came.
So why is Trish allowed at ringside now?
No stipulation barring her from ringside.
No, but I'm saying, wouldn't it make sense that whatever? Anyway.
Unless the storyline is that Trish is.
It was a handicap match. It was a handicap.
Yeah,
stupid. This is garbage.
It could either be if there is going to be a rift between them two, and if Trish is sticking around, maybe Trish is going to be facing Zoe next. I don't know.
I thought this was I don't know. I thought it was a shit match.
I did like the fact that it went to the outside. Zoe accidentally puts Trish through a table, hit her, punching her and throwing her through it. And then, of course, the manhandle slam, she puts Zoe through the table. I like the suplex on the chairs. Looked like Zoe kind of missed her cue on a few moves. When she did the sunset flip over the top rope, she hit Lynch in the knee, and they immediately called that into question. She's still green. Too green, unfortunately, and that's a problem considering how long she's been on the roster already. So I don't know if she's just not going to cut it, or if they brought her up too soon, or what.
I
But
don't know.
once Trish leaves, what are they really going to do with her?
I don't know, but this feud is just a mess because it's
It is.
basically
It's taking
it's a
too long.
handicap. Oh yeah, it's a handicap feud. Like, it's not
Well,
even a one-on-one feud. It's a handicap, and I switch off. Okay, I'll fight you this week. I'll fight you this week.
yeah,
It'll
that's
be a
how it's been
handicap
every
match.
week.
This is stupid. She hit her by
Look,
accident. Zoe hit Trish by accident. I get it was, right. It was by accident. I don't think she did it. Like she
no. Becky got out of the
she
way,
got out of the way, hit her, and then she knocked it, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And
but
then
Zoe was a little irate about the chair to the head
right,
thing,
right, right
and she's
earlier.
like, "Calm down," and all this
Yeah, and
garbage.
then Becky takes advantage of the situation.
And then after the match, she sat up on the case, took her Bray armband off, and it looked like she was crying a little bit. Much understood. They were very close friends. Luckily, this feud should be ending this Saturday inside the steel cage.
I hope so.
I'm
I
assuming
don't want to see this again.
Zoe's going to get involved in the cage match. You
Yeah,
know that's going to happen, and then
and it's
she's probably
probably
going to cost Trish the
and
match.
they'll fall out. Yeah, then they'll fall out.
And then either they go into a program together, and Becky finds her next victim.
Dude, I don't know.
or
Listen, man, I don't know how you feel, but I think Becky's overrated too, man. I'm not the biggest fan of Becky, dude. Like, I'm not right now, especially. I'm like, I don't see it. Like, I don't see like.
they're trying to keep her still relevant and out of the title picture. I
Well,
wouldn't be
maybe that's
surprised going forward next month at Fastlane that Rhea's defending the title against Becky. There's
well,
only
maybe we
so
could.
long you can hold back Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair. There's only going to be so long that you can put them in programs. Look,
Yeah,
perfect example, and you can agree with me on this. In 1995, keeping Bret Hart away from the title, how bad was that?
it was terrible.
That's
But
exactly what's happening here. You're
they
keeping
were
her away from the title,
right, right, right.
and she's in garbage
Well,
feuds.
I mean, with Brett, I don't want to get sidetracked, but they were kind of trying to phase Brett. They were kind of trying to phase him out. I felt like I don't know if that was the case, but it felt like they were pushing Shawn Michaels and Diesel, so they
Yeah, they
kind of,
were.
you know, I don't know.
And
Either
and
way,
Brett, and Brett got the garbage feuds.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, we've
He got the
documented
belt. At
that.
least he got the belt back at the
Exactly.
other
So
95. But
eventually, I know Becky's going to get it, but this is what I feel like, because now once she's done with the Hall of Famer, okay, what are you going to do with her next? Either she's going to be the number one contender, or if the feud between Rodriguez and Ripley keeps going, then who
yeah, I
else
don't
on
know.
that roster are you
I
going to
don't know.
face?
I don't know. We got to see where this goes.
Because having Seth and Becky on the pay per view is going to draw, and they're going to have to put her on it no matter what. And there's only so long you can keep her away from the belt.
Yeah, but
So,
this feud isn't it. So
no,
all right, yeah,
no.
doesn't work for me. All right,
It would have
that's
worked if they had the match at SummerSlam and finished it there.
well, what we saw at Raw, thank God it wasn't at SummerSlam. The shit
I
fest that we
know.
saw on Raw. So I
I
don't know.
know. I
I
know.
don't know. And I had some hopes, but
Hopefully, it's better this Saturday.
yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
You
All
can
right,
just
well,
cross your fingers and hope. That's all you can do.
all right, well, that's our review. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys soon.
Take care.